Then there's the Hunter Biden story, which is also, in a way, a story about China. Well, not in a way. It is a story about China. Chuck Grassley, who with Ron Johnson prepared a report condemning Hunter Biden weeks ago and was basically shut down by the media. He's now going after them with hammer and tongs, saying, you guys shut me up, but I was right. This is cut 4.
Hunter Biden and his associates and family members were connected to Chinese nationals and Chinese companies linked with the Communist Party and the People's Liberation Army. This includes the CEFC China Energy Company Limited and also that company's subsidiaries. These associations and the millions of dollars that pass between and among Hunter Biden, James Biden, and others create criminal, financial, and counterintelligence and extortion concerns. That's why I've written to the Justice Department about the risks that Hunter and James Biden essentially served as agents of the communist government for purposes of their registering under the Foreign Agents Registration Act.
It's a big deal. And again, this is being covered by a corporate media that is in with China all the way. And Species Girl went after Kayleigh McEnany, went after the way they covered the Hunter Biden story before the election and after the election. It's cut 15.
On October 15th, you had a New York Times headline that said, Trump said to be warned that he was being given Russian disinformation over Hunter Biden. Now, December 10th, just a few months later, New York Times headline, investigation of Hunter Biden is likely to hang over Biden as he takes office. Washington Post on October 16th, the headline read, the truth behind the Hunter Biden non-scandal. Now you have the Washington Post headline that says this, Hunter Biden tax probe examining Chinese business deals.
What's the reaction of the press to having their spines ripped out by a hot blonde's tongue? Here is Jim, look at me. I'm Jim Acosta trying to shut Kayleigh McEnany down before his audience hears too much truth. It's cut 16.
Good for those who covered what was a story all along and not Russia disinformation.
Isn't it hypocritical for you to accuse others of disinformation when you spread it every day?
So, that's a really bad argument, Jim, because her job is to represent the administration. Your job is to tell the truth, which you haven't done possibly since birth, but certainly for the last 4 years. And the word is out. This is a big victory for Trump, that the word is out about the media. A new poll found that 52% of likely voters think the absence of Hunter Biden coverage was intended to boost the Biden campaign, while 32% considered it a partisan hip job, and 17% are unsure, probably unsure of where they live or what their names are. But the thing is, a whopping 76%, reading this from the New York Post, a whopping 76% of those who have been very closely following the news believe the media ignored the stories to help the president-elect. 76% and 72% of that group also think the former vice president likely knew about and profited from his son's dealings. So the people following the news know what's going on. And, their attitude on the press is, please stop telling the truth about us. But this is open policy at CNN. I played that video from Project Veritas of Jeff Zucker and David Chalian conspiring to cover up the Hunter Biden story, conspiring essentially to protect all his connections with China. Here's Brian Stelter, poor sad little cryboy Brian Stelter, saying basically, no, we shouldn't cover it. It's got 5.
These shows destroy their credibility when they lead with Hunter Biden for days on end. Yes, it's an important story, but so is the pandemic, so is the vaccine, so is Trump's denialism. Look, I know why they do it. I know why they do it. Fox producers believe that their viewers do not want to hear about the pandemic all the time, do not want to hear about Trump leaving office, do not want to face those facts. So the producers scour the web for sour news about Democrats instead. On your Facebook feed, on your Twitter feed, and in certain corners of the networks and the media, they all look like they're the same size. Everything looks like it's the same size now. That is something that's fundamentally broken about our media structure. And you can see it most clearly on Fox when they obsess over Hunter Biden, a big story that they blow out to be the biggest volcano that's ever erupted.
And, well, you guys were hiding it, basically. Now he's attacking Fox for covering the story that they dumped, basically, because it's a big story. Listen, to fight this threat, to fight the threat of these corporations and all these interests, it's going to take all the free people in the world. It's going to take all the free people of the world. We want strong states in America. We want a strong America in the world. We want strong individual democracies working together against the forces of Chinese capitalism, which is the new face of the left. Chinese capitalism is the new face of the left. It ain't socialism. It is this free market with no freedom for the people. That's the fight. It's going to take everybody, and it's going to take the structures that James Madison created for us to stay in place and to spread. We need a global world run by James Madison, run on the model of the James Madison's Constitution.